Previously on Roll Britannia, and you just about see a gate come into view.
The gate of the gated community.
It's a large gate, fully 20 feet tall, very securely locked.
Can we see any guards around?
You can't see any guards, no.
Do you reckon you could lob something over the top of this?
Someone throw a stick then. And you try and throw it and sort of lands at the base of the wall. And you all hear a bit of sniggering.
Keep trying to hurl it over, distract the guards. We'll sneak round.
You throw the stick and it does make it to the top of the wall. You don't hear anything else.
And then I fly over the wall.
And you emerge the other side of the gated community and you're flying over the sea. Touch back down next to Keth and Malrus now. You hear a voice. Have a nice trip.
Gated community might be a lie.
The two gargoyles jump down from the wall.
So jolly.
And say, shouldn't have said that.
Slither the musket off my shoulder, take aim, fire.
I whispered to Casper that I would like him to try and go into the gated community and tell me what he can see. As I turn and leg it in the direction away.
He says to you, okay.
Excellent.
And squelches off. So 2 more shots fire off. And as Malrus is the only one still there, he takes a swing. Swishes past you with his giant stone claws.
Ran into double. Any sounds of the guys chatting? Daddy Grills always said, if I ever get lost, just sit tight and he'll find me.
You successfully find young Jeff.
Oh my god, you're here.
Shut up, boy.
All caught up? Good. Let's get back to the action.
Welcome back to the episode, everyone. I think we're all here and we're all sweaty because it's hotter than hell outside.
It is so warm.
It's hotter than the surface of the sun.
Oh god.
I think you're right. Tom's got the right idea. He's got a beer on the go. So
I've got about 6.
I think we've really gone for the tropical vibe this week.
Yeah.
I like it. So do you all remember where we left off?
Yes.
Running.
Gargoyles,
Gargoyles, and then
We got our asses kicked.
I threw a stick and got battered.
You did a bit, yeah. And then you were all legging it through the jungle.
Pretty sure I got lost, but then found again. Very kind.
As it is very definitely jungle temperatures outside. Let's pick up the action right where we left off, shall we? So, you were all in the jungle, and I think you've just reunited with young Jeff.
Oh, Jeff.
Right, lads.
Thank God you got out of there.
Sorry for wandering off. I thought we were going down the road. It seems that...
No. We ran into the jungle, mate.
Out of dodge.
Yeah,
my bad.
pretty much.
I'll follow you guys next time. What's the plan then? So, back to the gated community. Jokes, guys. Sorry, my bad.
It's too soon. # too soon.
No, that's enough for me.
Could you all please roll a perception check, please? That's one of you. Grab your D20 and look at your perception score on your sheet.
That's a big 9.
Perception.
Oh no,
big 9.
Well, big
Nice.
9. Yeah.
Does anyone remember
Coming out strong.
13.
the situation back on the beach where I couldn't see anything?
13.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 1. I'm not even going to check my sheet.
6 for me. It's not great.
Yeah.
So Jeff rolled a natural 1.
We all rolled so well last session as well.
I think as a result of everyone's so excited to see you again. They've all given you a big hug, and you've actually burst your eardrum on one side, so you've gone temporarily deaf.
I'm now colourblind and temporarily deaf.
only for the next sort of 10 minutes or so.
Okay,
but yeah,
so
you've gone sort of that feeling you get when you sort of you can hear, but you're kind of like everything's sort of
Yeah, a bit underwatery.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit like you've got your head in the bath, you know.
Excellent.
The rest of you
I could use a
hear a noise. You hear the noise of a sound in the undergrowth.
Ooh.
A rustling, a fuffling, a mighty distruffling. I'm making up words.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, no.
As you look around,
Oh, no.
you see.
I feel like we should bloody run for it.
I feel like we should maybe not look up and just run.
Why?
I think
You see around you lots of greenery, the sort of tall, not palm trees, but
I
you know
know this.
what? The picture I'm trying to sell you here is, you know, on Bear Grylls, the island.
Yeah.
You know when the people who have no business being on a tropical island,
Much like
have
us.
to wander through the undergrowth. Yeah, very much like you, in the hunt of invariably yuccas, because that seems to be what the world is populated with, is yucca plants, yuccas and caiman crocodiles. Apparently, that's the kind of environment I'm trying to envisage.
only
here.
caiman if you're lucky.
Yes, only in the last week, and so it's quite dense undergrowth. But you can, there's lots of sunlight still, and the sound of nature all around you. And this sound you're hearing sounds like something quite large, but very slow, just sort of shuffling through the undergrowth.
Keth, you're sort of like wilderness man. Any ideas as to what we should be doing?
It could be a hedgehog. I have heard of them.
Oh, that's fine then.
Prickly.
It's not one of those drop bears, is it?
I want to roll a perception check.
So,
Again, if I
Guys!
can do that.
well, you've just done one of
Hey
those.
guys,
A secondary one.
are we going back to town?
Yes, I think we should.
Are we gonna go back to town? I'm starting to get hungry.
I'm gonna kill him.
Is anyone else hungry?
Very, very hungry.
I think we should leave him.
I can use one of them pies.
To the
that they,
hedgehog.
Do you know which way town was? Did anyone? Where are we?
Grab him. Let's go.
We're in the jungle.
The mighty jungle.
As Jeff is making all of this noise, you all perceptively notice that the sound of the shuffling large, whatever it is, seems to be drawing closer now, and into this sort of not quite a clearing, but just sort of a gap between the denser bits of the jungle. Sort of half shuffles, half sort of plods. A huge sort of, I'm talking 6 foot or so. Well, the only way to describe it is
Hedgehog.
turtle on 2 legs, wearing clothes that aren't very much. It's still just sort of tattery, but well cared for, but very worn. Not loads of it.
Ah, look how cute. Somebody's dressed it up.
And it's carrying a basket of sorts.
With cranberries.
I'm waiting
And,
for the other three
as
of the Ninja
the-
Turtles to pop out the cupboard.
Yep.
From the,
Is he named after a Renaissance artist as well?
And what you have before you is a turtle.
a turtle.
And this turtle, a turtle. And this turtle says to you, it says, "Hey,
Hello.
what are you for doing here?"
I've seen this guy. I'm finding
Guys,
him.
there's a
frankly.
tortoise on the floor.
Quite frankly, being confused is what I'm doing right now.
Just to be clear, this is 6 foot tall, standing on 2 legs. It's not like a
Still on the floor.
tortoise that you'd expect. This is a bipedal sentient being
Jeff.
of
Jeff.
stature. Head at the top, shoulders, 2
Jeff.
arms, legs. It just so happens they have big shell on the back and sort of tortoisey kind
Jeff,
of
are you
body.
seeing this?
I'm off. I'm gonna turn and run the 30 feet the opposite direction to the turtle.
I'd like to grab Jeff's collar.
Yes.
Roll dexterity. Both of you.
I want to get away. We've just got to change my gargoyles. I ain't getting fucked around with a giant turtle.
Dexterity.
13 plus. What do I need to stay to keep myself running?
What's your name, giant tortoise?
Just it's a
It's just
we're just rolling it
straight
competitively.
dexterity
So
Oh,
just a straight
13.
dexterity.
dexterity with modifier. Yep.
14.
14 and 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 wins. So you do manage to just about get hold of Jeff's collar.
What are you doing?
Lad,
I think.
lad, there's no need, and I say it in just like a normal voice, not realizing that he's gone deaf. There's no need to go, running off all willy nilly. He might be dangerous, but we can protect you, lad.
All right, if
did
you're
from
going to
them
grab hold of me,
gargoyles.
you best protect me, though. If you
just
best
stay
protect
there.
me.
And I just like I stand
You want me
in
to
front
stay
of them
here?
from the top.
What's your name, giant tortoise man?
What's up with that dude?
He's just deaf,
Looks
don't worry.
frightened.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of a rough day, so
You look really bad off, my orcish pal.
Yes, the last creature I
You
met
look
didn't
like
go.
you've been hit by a gargoyle or something.
oh, you know you've got experience with stone bastards, have you?
They're quite funny, but yeah, you know.
What funny? Like,
The thing about gargoyles, though, is you never really know if they're gonna go, you know?
Malrus, can this turtle talk or something? Because everyone's looking
Yes.
at him and he keeps chewing.
Yes, it's a talking
Just lip read.
don't be rude, Jeff.
My man, my orcish pal, what's your name?
Keth, friend. What about you?
The name's Quad.
Sorry, what was that?
Quad.
Okay.
Quad.
T. Quad.
Okay, Quad. Do you live in this jungle? Could you perhaps see a way of helping us get back to town? We've look, we're tourists and we've just strayed from the path a little bit, trying to find this person called the Fugitive.
Sure do, my man. Follow me. I'll take you to my place. This man looks like he needs a bath or something. And Quat turns very slowly and lumbers off into the undergrowth.
We walk behind him, I assume, but like slightly faster than he's going, so like having to stop every
Yeah, like 2 or 3 steps.
Like
Like,
three
okay,
steps.
we'll go this.
Can I be doing that sort of like,
like in your ear.
Lana!
Oh, yes.
Are you okay, Jeff?
I just felt
Like
like
the
we just come
outfits
from
in
one
there.
sort of danger zone into another danger zone.
Oh, yes, very good. K-Log.
I'm glad that we're finally getting the Archer references.
There we go.
Well, it was only a matter of time.
Well, has anyone noticed the link? Ooh. I'm going to leave it there. No. That's
Blank
fine.
faces. That's annoying.
Clearly not.
Let us know in the comments below. Oh my god.
If you've realised Jeff's bizarre link that none of us have noticed, put it on a postcard, send it to
Craig
P.O.
Charles.
Box.
We have a P.O. box, a file. We've already got a file of facts in a filing cabinet.
We've got a headquarters now. We've got to pay for
A
it.
fax at
Yeah, names on a postcard, yeah.
That one was fine with, but P.O. box was the issue.
so
References to Bullseye.
So as you're walking through the jungle, Quat says, had a notion there would be some travelers up there in the jungle. So I decided today to go and pick mushrooms in the part of the jungle.
Derek's looking at his watch.
And lo and behold, there you were.
It's like,
So, what are you guys doing here?
Keth? I'm not
Yes.
fully sure, right? But we seem to be following a turtle. If you guys are talking to a turtle, can you pick him up and get him to direct you so we move faster?
hey,
you
he's a bit
seen how
big for that,
big he
I'm
is?
afraid, mate.
Piggyback.
He's 6 foot. Two.
He's nearly as tall
Piggyback.
as me.
That's why I didn't ask Malrus.
Mate, so,
Quat, how heavy are you?
That's a very impertinent question, young orcish fellow. But if you must know, I weigh a fantastically lean 592 pounds.
right, Keth, you can lift that, right? Big strong man like yourself.
That's a bit beyond me. I was just asking you because you look pretty big. It wasn't a personal question. You've obviously worked very hard.
Have you seen many turtles in your travel?
You're the first.
No, you're the first one, I think.
No, but you are my favourite so far. You're the best one I've seen today.
Kiss ass.
Of all the turtles you've seen, the one that you've seen is your favourite.
Yes.
I
Furiously backtracking.
can't wait to see where you live, Quad. Is it just up this way, is it? Just up here?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's not far. Just down her, in fact. And you follow on, having little bits of conversation. Keth gradually bleeding from his many injuries. Although chipper as he appears to be. Leaving a relatively distinctive trail of orcish blood through the jungle.
Brave face. I've got to impress Jeff.
Malrus, do you have any? You don't have any like cure wound spells that you could? He's bleeding a lot.
I can. Well, I'm on 11 myself, so I can healing word the both of us, and I think that'll work.
I tell you what I can break out is my good berries.
Oh, your berries.
Cast good berries, 10 appear.
Get your berries out.
And each berry restores 1 hit point. They're like little magic blueberries. We can all have some.
Those berries look good.
Very nice. I think only 2 of you are injured, aren't you?
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
2
It's just me and Keth.
Yeah, I'll pass for now. Thank you, but
So as you are progressing through the jungle, you gradually sense the trees starting to thin ever so slightly. And ahead of you, just as you pass through a line of trees, you see a very, I'm going to say rustic, but I'll leave your imaginations to discern what I mean from when I say a rustic-looking cottage.
oh, it's all made of candy. Why is it in the woods?
Our childhoods were different.
No, witches don't live here. It's just a nice, quaint-looking, put-together kind of place, because it looks like something that wasn't built out of the materials that you would expect to build a cottage out of. It looks like something that's been just put together, but it looks quite nice and just quite rustic. It looks homely, but a little bit odd. And Quat leads you all up to, if cottages could be hipster,
You pay more for it.
this would have...
A quaint hipster
Yeah,
cottage.
it would have no socks and a massive beard.
That's me! He would be elitist and then sniff
And-
your vinyl collection. Sorry.
Yes, it would. And all drinks would come from a decanter.
Yeah, it smells faintly of like expensive coffee and
And
Cigarettes.
he ushers you all inside his cottage, and inside you see a plethora, I love that word, plethora of herbs and various accoutrements of the forest, berries and such like, hung from the ceiling and stacked on shelves. And Quat puts down his basket of mainly mushrooms. There's a few other bits and pieces in there. There's a few sort of interesting looking berries. There's a shiny looking sort of stone with an odd marking on it. There's a few earthy sort of tubers that have just sort of been collected in this basket.
this stone with the odd marking on it.
Yes.
Oh my god. Guys, out of curiosity, guys, has anyone heard from Casper? I think I'm a bit concerned that I might have lost Casper. Has anyone heard from him?
No.
Who's Casper?
Who the fuck is Casper?
What?
Is he a friend of yours? Like a friendly little ghost, or
You've been rolling with us for a very long time now, and you've
just
never
a-
mentioned a Casper.
have you had a knock on the head? Because of a lot of the strange noises and the not being able to sort of tell what's a
He's
human and
deaf,
what's
he's
not.
hallucinating. It's been a long day for all of us.
You need a little sleep, my
Do
friend.
you want me to hit him again?
wondered
I
if
sleep.
if there was any news from my friend, Dungeon Master, OC moment here. Any news from Casper?
Well, you have to. Why don't you ask him?
Oh, okay. I have to. Okay,
You can either ask him what he can see or what he can hear,
okay. But now,
and he'll describe it
have
to
I
you.
gone? I feel like I might have gone out of his range, but we'll see. I set him off before, so that
No.
might be fine. Hey, Casper.
Yep.
Casper.
Hi.
Hey, mate. Hey, I'm wondering. You know, you went through that big gate. What happened? What can you see, mate? What can you see?
It's nice house. Okay, yep. Nice house.
A nice house.
Um,
nice house. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see a nice house. Can you see any people? Are there any
Lots.
people there?
What's people?
People like me, like with the two orcs on two legs, or just any movement. People, beings.
Oh no.
There's no people, but a nice house. Okay. Do you reckon you can find your way back to me?
Okay. Bye.
Okay, cool. I'll see you soon, little boy.
Bye.
Why is he talking to himself,
Good
guys?
boy.
Did we just
Guys,
hear Jeff's part of that conversation?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
What? Who's his
Look,
little
Jeff,
boy?
Have some water.
Does he
Sit
have a
down.
child? He's been knocked on the head, hasn't he?
I've got a theory. You know,
That's it.
when we were
He's mad.
It might be heat
He's
stroke.
mad.
You
at
never know.
that gated community, we had that moment where we was all we were stood outside and we were seemingly just having a nice conversation. Them gargles, they were quite happy, and then I'm like,
Happy?
"Hey, this might not be real." Well, they were giggling at you, but then they were like pretty chilled, and then I'm like, "Hey." This place might not be real. Then they didn't like us at all.
Kev,
Like, get
as
out.
as a nature boy, is there such a thing as
Nature
jungle
boy.
madness?
Sorry. Just go back over the nature boy. What did he?
Worst superhero
Yeah,
ever.
hello, nature boy. What?
Got the white fronts.
I'm short
Keth
boy.
of the
He's
jungle
even
over
shorter
there.
boy. He's mental boy, and you're nature boy. I thought we'd already decided that.
Keth, Mowgli. Whatever.
I just don't think that there's something quite right about that place, and I have it under relatively
Or your
good,
head.
good regards that there's no one out in there. There might be the odd house or so, but there's no people or beings or anyone alive in there.
I'd like to turn to the turtle man. Quat. Is it Quat? Quat?
What?
Yes, it is.
What?
I'd like to say,
Look, to be honest, friend, we've had a bit of a strange one. We were in a bar and some angels came by. Then they weren't there. Nobody'd realised that they were there. They're trying to kidnap a man, and we think he might be in trouble. We went to the gated community. Nothing doing,
Sure.
mate. So, any sort of like, what the fuck is going on, politely?
Well, I don't know. That sounds wicked mad. There's a lot of strange things happening on this island there. I tell you what. If I tell you a story, you guys will have to help me.
Is it a
And
long
I'll
story?
throw it up.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'll tell you what. If I'll give you guys this marvelous tea. It has some fantastic regenerative properties.
That sounds very
And
good.
while you sit and drink,
Sells me a
I'll
spell
tell you a
slot.
tale of intrigue and madness. Okay?
Sure.
Have you
So he
had
goes
some
over
yourself?
to...
This seems sketchy as fuck.
He goes over to the kettle that's been on the fire and pours some boiling water into 4 mugs with in which there are some tea leaves, and he hands one to each of you and
immediately- when
beckons
he's-
towards
When he looks away, I
beckons
wanna
towards
pour
some
mine
seats.
into my,
And
skin.
takes a seat himself in a very comfy-looking tortle armchair, a sort of an armchair that's got like an extra comfy space at the back for his tortle shell. And he says, and he begins to explain to you a little of his time and tells you how he was once a surfer of sorts, and he surfed the open oceans, and this was his.
You don't say.
And this was his home beach, and he once had a family here, many of whom have gone on to find bigger and more exciting lives. And he's not seen his family for many years, and he's just found his place in his little cottage here. And he feels a little old now for surfing, so he busies himself just
Getting
reaching
high all
out
day.
to nature and just experiencing the life of the landlocked surfer in his late middle ages to early old age, and he's quite happy with himself. But he tells you of the time that the others arrived on the island and they built the fort. And there was a time when that was pretty much it. And then gradually more and more people came and they established the farm and cleared land, cleared the forest around, and the gated community was built. And the governor's house was built. And he tells you that the land has changed quite a bit since he first came here, and he, as a turtle, has seen quite a lot of change. Which of you drank the tea? It was all three. It was 3 of you except for Jeff, wasn't it?
I didn't drink it either. No,
Okay, so just
I don't
the
trust
2
him.
injured ones. Well, as it happens, the 2 injured ones, you drink the tea and you feel all of your hit points restored.
Mine into a water skin.
I like did that thing where you pretend to drink but like chucked it in a potted plant.
Behind you, you see the potted plant has actually grown a full inch in the time that you have been there.
That might have other uses.
Proud.
Have I grown a full inch?
No.
Sorry, Mrs. Tosscoble, not today.
Worth a shot.
So, yeah, that's a tale of how I came to be her. But to be honest with you, I don't have a great deal to do with the forts or the people or the Cranberry farm. Though if you were looking for information about the governor's house, they might know more because, well, they can see it from the farm. So
Does the governor spend a lot of time at home, or?
I wouldn't know. Just unless he traveled into the jungle, I honestly wouldn't have seen him. But like I say, the Cranberry farmers might know. I mean, they used to work in the mines, so
Hey,
that mine's been
what?
closed for a long time.
Why did the mine close?
Well, they say it's because it dried up. They used to mine opals there, but jewelry never interested me. I'm
Did
all
anybody
about the
die
way.
in this blind?
Hard
Any
to say.
accidents? Okay.
Never something I took much interest in myself.
One quick query. You seem like
Sure.
obviously you've been a while around, so you must know the island pretty well. And you say you've seen all the changes of the island. As someone who's seen all these changes, I don't suppose you've kept some kind of with some cartography, or have you kept any kind of maps of the island that we could potentially borrow for a little bit, just to find out?
Never needed to draw a map myself. The island is my home.
Could
you
you draw
have
us
a map of your house?
Could you maybe
Could you draw
us
us a map?
We
Just
could
like
pay
a quick
you.
reference one.
Jeff, retract that
Well,
last line.
Sure could.
Jeff could
Do you have
pay
any
you.
paper?
Do I have any paper?
I don't know if I do, actually.
Guys, I've got.
Do
this
any of you actually
AC/DC
have paper?
I've got an AC/DC wall hanging. We can flip it over.
Do you know on the back of that?
Big
Yeah.
map.
You're in.
I'll hand him, like, if he doesn't have anything to write with, I'll hand him, like, the nub end of that cigar. Just he can use the ash to do it.
Well, haven't you got like a fistful of pens?
I do have a fistful.
But he doesn't want to let any of them go.
I go,
Everywhere.
They're all black pens, so he's not going to lend them out.
Okay. Well, I'm not entirely sure how to do this. Seeing as I've just put my phone on the other side of the room to send you a photo of this map, but I have drawn a map. So as Quat is drawing this map, he says, to be honest with you, I'm happy to do this because, well, it's very strange here, and if there was less strangeness in my life, maybe I could find my way back to the waves, you know? But
How
let
do
me
you
say
feel about
this.
sailing.
Sailing could be good. I do like the ocean. There's something about the ocean's pride that's just magical. Look,
You go to the Cranberry farm a lot, do you, mate?
you got me.
You tried to sneak that one in
I
there.
did, yeah. Dude, I tried. I tried really hard. He says, but the island provides, you know, so money has no real value to me. I tell you what, in exchange for my tail and my map, I ask only one thing of you. When the time comes, you will have a choice to save someone who perhaps you would not want to save. Spare their life. Let them live.
Done. Deal.
Okay. The more peace and love we have in the world, will be a better place. Okay.
Shake
Derek.
hands.
So,
Derek crosses his fingers behind his back.
Just
right. And he draws you a map, and now I'm gonna get you this map, but I don't really know how to get it to you. I don't know.
Message in a bottle.
Hold on, my phone's on the other side of the room.
We'll just
Talk
edit
amongst
this bit
yourselves.
out.
yeah,
yeah.
normal voices.
Hey guys, it's James. You may know me as the Dungeon Master from this podcast. Just a quick pause for a few quick messages and then we'll be right back to the action. Did you know you can also find us on Facebook by searching Roll Britannia Podcast, on Twitter at Roll Britannia, and on Instagram at roll.britannia, where you can see extra content from the shows and send us a message, ask us questions, and let us know what you think about the show. As always, I want to thank you for choosing to listen to Roll Britannia. We know there's lots of choice out there for D&D podcasts, but we hope that you enjoy listening to ours. We absolutely love making them, and what better way for you to show us that you're enjoying the show than heading over to Apple Podcasts and hitting that subscribe button so you never miss a new episode, and rating us 5 stars at the same time. When you rate us, it not only makes us feel good, like in our tummies, but it also helps other fans like you find our podcast, which has to be a good thing, right? If you're not an Apple user and you're listening on Spotify or one of the many places to find podcasts, I literally didn't know there were so many before we even started this, then please just make sure you hit subscribe so you stay up to date with all the episodes as well. And tell your friends about the show. Tell someone who you think might be into this kind of nonsense. We don't pay for any advertising. It's entirely through word of mouth and our relentless social media that we find amazing listeners like you. Anyway, thanks again for listening. Let's get back into it.
Dun, 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 dun.
So we could be like our actual characters.
Okay.
Lads, so where are we going? Are we going to the Cranberry farm? Are we going to the governor's mansion?
I think we go.
This map is gorgeous.
We go to the
beautiful.
farm, see how it all works there, because, you know, we all like fresh cranberries.
And it's a
And we
very
get
hot day,
directions.
guys. Let's face it. We could do with a bit of refreshment right now.
Yeah, and get some cranberries in us, and then we can just get directions to the governor's house from there.
Cranberries are very good for your kidneys, I hear.
But we've got a map. We don't need directions.
We don't need to get directions now. We've got a map.
Sorry, I was just asleep. that tea just knocked me right out.
It's been a long day.
So what
to
happened
be
with you
honest,
in the turtle in the back room then, Malrus?
There was a tool? What's one of those?
I just turned and like point straight at the guy.
Ah!
This fucker.
Blastoise over there.
Did it use surf?
I can't wait till we ask him to follow us and we can be like, come, Quat.
Yes! I thought you were going to drop that in on the way there.
I nearly did. But I thought, what if
Excellent.
Kumquat doesn't land? That could be a really weird thing to come out with. Damn it.
It needs a
Well, we'll still
setup.
use it.
Has anybody got any idea what's going on this island? Does anybody have any operating theories as
It's
to
all
like what the hell is
crazy.
happening? It's all so weird.
Isn't
Have you seen
time
that
travel.
film with I don't know who's in it, but something like alien species, and they've got like a thing, and it keeps resetting, and the guy goes through the same day. Every time he dies, he gets respawned to like the same point of the day.
Tom Cruise, Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah,
One of
that's
his
it.
best,
I
I think. Really,
That's the
really
one.
good.
I'm feeling
It
like
is
there's
good.
some kind of thing in the middle of the island that maybe is causing glitches or things to repeat, or
So the stone is doing all this shit.
well, it was doing the shit on the last thing. Was, let's face it, Derek.
Yeah.
If there's some kind of crazy shit going on, it's a magic
It's probably
stone.
a stone involved.
It's probably
Yeah.
a magic stone.
We fist bump.
Fist bump off camera.
You know what, Mum? My mother always says, if there's some weird shit going on, it's a magical stone. Oh,
Never try to train a useless flying snake. That's what mine said.
Yeah, he's not really come out much recently, has he?
No,
He stayed on the
hasn't.
ship.
I think it might leave it so we can think about what he's done.
It's going to be that episode from. It's going to be Home Alone, but with a snake, where he just wakes up in the terrarium and he's sort of like,
Dad?
they've all gone. Oh my god! I wish that they'd all disappear, and they have. And then he's running around causing shit for Captain Timbers. That should be like a little side
he's
episode.
watching like old films.
Carrying shopping home and it
Change, you
opens
filthy
up.
animal.
Some sort of version of the wet bandits appear.
I've just messaged you all the map.
Excellent.
And the map. And
We
the
have a map.
One thing you'll learn about Quat is he has
gated
absolutely
community.
awful handwriting.
Why have you written
so
fart
close to the
in that
Cranberry
corner?
farm.
Oh, fort. Sorry. Thought you'd written fart.
Jeff, I didn't know you went to Birmingham City University. I didn't know that's where you got this wall hanging from.
Nice.
He unscrolls it.
It's not. It was whoever was in that cave, mate. They had it.
It was
I
a
just
student. It was
nicked it.
student digs, that cave.
Oh my god!
That was a university.
There's a
The realization just starts to destroy us mentally.
Yeah.
Children and innocence the entire time.
They just wanted to learn.
This map
They
has
just
a
wanted to
website
learn.
and a contact number.
There he was, studying Draconin, and then suddenly some nutter breaks in and kills him.
True. It's true. They threw an axe at him from an open door.
God.
Oh, what an utter bastard. Who would do something like that?
Right.
Okay, so actually, yeah. So we are. The hut is.
We've gone well away from
is the black.
The hut's in black
Yeah.
in the squiggly blue bit.
Okay.
In amongst the pubes.
Yes.
Sorry, in the trees.
Quat made no attempt to tell you he was a cartographer, so this is the best Quat could do.
To be fair, yeah, we did just get him to.
Stop.
To be honest, lad, if a
Hanging off in my
giant turtle
mouth.
taught us, I'd let him off. I didn't even think he could hold
It's
the
not
pencil.
bad.
He's only got
You know,
fins.
Yeah, and also mentally, he doesn't seem all there.
Well, he does spend all his day, finding herbs.
Surrounded by herbs.
They're medicinal.
Yeah. What's the plan then, guys? What's your next action?
I think we break out of the pube jungle and we head for the cranberry farm because the farmers used to be the miners, if I remember.
That's what Quat said.
Yes. Yeah.
And they might do something.
I want to check out. Guys, I'm not going to lie. There's just something about this gated community that is really bugging me.
Yeah, it's the gargoyles that bite us.
But I feel like maybe from a different angle. I just want to maybe explore around the edges a little bit, see if there's anything there.
Look, we flew through it, and that didn't work.
I threw a
I
stick
can't
and
imagine.
that didn't work, which is amazing.
That didn't work.
Yeah, the gargoyles threw it back at you.
Was it the actual gargoyles that threw it?
Yeah, they
back
caught
at
it and threw it back.
Oh, right. Okay.
Hate those guys.
I would quite like to go to the governor's house. As much as I like cranberry juice, I think I should probably save it for a treat after the work is done.
So are you all going to go to the governor's house then?
I mean,
What if the governor's in?
you guys want to go cranberry farm? Shall we go cranberry farm? Shall we swing by cranberry farm first and then go in force to the governor's house?
It's on the way.
Okay.
I just
Yeah,
really
it's on
don't
the
like
way.
this gay community. I had a
So
really
you-
Oh, neither
bad
do I. I'm sort of
time.
over it, to be honest.
So
Look, if it doesn't exist, there's no valuables to loot. So,
so you make your goodbyes to Quat and you head out of his hut following the
Goodbye.
map that you've got. See you later, guys. I'm remember.
Remember what you said.
You never know what you never know, you know?
I'd turn around and walk off.
You know.
Muttering under his breath.
So, freshly renewed, you head out through the jungle and following Quat's map, it's fairly easy to find your way to the cranberry farm and you exit out of the tree line into, well, and I'm going to have to use some of my newly found cranberry knowledge here, into a bog. And I use that term in the non-British slang term. I mean, literally an incredibly wet piece of ground. In fact, it's so wet that you can see it's also the land is sort of divided up into different areas, and the land you're in is by far and away the driest of those bits of land. It is merely incredibly difficult and muddy to walk through. Not muddy, but boggy. Lots of plant life, lots of cranberries you can see on the plant life.
Sort of Hound
as
of the
you're walking through.
Baskervilles.
But off in the past most of the divides, you can see the land is flooded, and you can see many workers at work harvesting cranberries with some fun little sort of floating bicycle type things with little paddles instead of wheels, dragging sort of floating ropes across the surface of the water, scooping up all these cranberries. You can tell that I learned all about this, and
This is eye opening.
Just fearing that you've given a vehicle. I've seen those Grand Theft Autos going straight to their brain of stealing one of them's and having a play.
and on the far side of
yes.
on the far side of the land, you can see what is very clearly the farmhouse, as it were. And
Chip and I just exchanged a look as to like,
I'm getting me one of them bites.
yeah. How close are we to the nearest worker?
They're in the next sort of divide of the field, so 100 yards or so away.
Is this considered like difficult terrain?
Yes, it would be considered difficult terrain.
Okay, so we're like
Shades of
trudging.
Horatio.
Yeah, you're
Kane.
trudging through it.
Bang, dropped.
Serious.
Plastic sheriff's badge. I'm not going to do it, lads. Let's face every time I try to do some of this, I've got the sheriff's badge here to build confidence and be sort of commanding, but I'm rubbish at the talking. Every time I say anything, it ends up in a massive argument unnecessarily. So if someone else wants to sort of act like, you know, we can get hold of a couple of these bikes, maybe it's a little bit quicker to travel across this bog and we don't have to get dirty.
That might be an idea. What's our plan going into this, guys? Like, what's our ruse? Are we like Cranberry investors? Are we like reviewers?
Ooh, I like that. We need white suits.
Perhaps you're on a Cranberry tour.
Couldn't be visitors, yeah.
Like plantation visitors. We're here to buy this tea, and I'd like a gin sling.
Amazing. Just to be clear, those bikes are only in the sort of flooded parts of the farm. They're not in the merely boggy parts.
So, does anybody have any ideas before I race over to one of them and go, quick, there's an emergency. All the cranberries have gone.
I want to have a look. I'm going to have a quick look around before you dive over there. I want to have a quick look around just to see if there's any sort of slightly easier to cross path route to any kind of houses or buildings that we can see in the distance. Do I need to roll anything for that?
Yeah. Roll. Perception, I guess.
Perception. My perception is 12 plus my plus 2, so 14.
And what were you looking for?
See 14 things. The sort of a general, slightly better route towards in the direction of any buildings or houses we might be able to see.
An easier route.
Yeah.
Well, the least difficult route is to walk all the way around the edge of the farm. The most direct route is to walk through the middle of it, but that's difficult. Everywhere in the farm is either boggy or underwater.
What sort of like clothing are these workers wearing?
They're all wearing sort of chest-high waders.
Okay.
Just get us some of them. I really don't want to get dirty, guys. I'm not going to lie. I really don't want to get dirty. I like these clothes. I saw what happened to Keth. Remember that cave? He ended up in Derek's hot pants. I don't want to look like that.
I wish I had some more of those. God.
You've got no spare clothes, Derek, so you're knackered.
I've got none.
Have I got to carry you, Jeff?
Yes. Can I just go on your shoulders, actually, and then we're sold?
I'll never, ever say this again. Do you want a piggyback?
Yes. Yes.
Amazing.
100 times yes.
Meanwhile, Malrus and I, the shortest by far of the group, like up to our necks.
Already halfway across the bog.
Just quickly, can I make a perception check to just see if like are all of them human? Are there any like dwarves or elves or halflings or?
I didn't tell you what any of them were, so why didn't you roll a perception check?
Ooh.
Wicked. Not good. That is a 5.
They're all humanoid.
That seems trustworthy.
Head at the top, legs at the bottom.
Well, they'd have to be. They'd have to be for the bikes. So yeah, I'm gonna start heading across the bog. Towards the workers.
So as you're heading towards them, it's hard going. You're getting muddy and
no, it's not.
You're getting some.
Don't know what about.
Getting some sort of cranberryness all over you and quite damp.
Can I just be casually grabbing cranberries?
Yeah. Do you know? Roll a d20 to see how many cranberries you get.
Oh, I'd love some as well. Yeah.
You best be
15. I'd love some as well.
15, or you get a good couple of handfuls of cranberries.
14.
14, yeah, you get quite a few cranberries as well.
Okay, yeah, I'll just start feeding you cranberries from your back.
11.
Yeah, you get about one handful of cranberries.
Your cranberry cookie
Malrus. I feel like Malrus and I are desperately trying to keep each other afloat.
I'm just wading through with my
It's
mouth
like
open.
the original Odd Couple, Keth and I in the background, like, hey, feed each other cranberries. The two others are just like, can't breathe.
Every time we try and breathe, the cranberry goes in our mouth. It's delicious, but it is terrifying.
As you get nearer to the workers, you can identify that actually all the workers you can see are in fact goblins. So there's a group of them that sort of stood to one side of the nearest flooded sort of patch, and they're having a bit of a chat and a lean, while two other goblins on those pedal bikes are scooping up a whole load of cranberries. They're having a bit of a chat, but they're all talking in Goblin. So you can't. Do any of you speak Goblin?
This guy.
Nice. Ooh. They're talking about this year's crop yield. They're saying how bountiful it's been, and they're having a lovely. I said one of them is talking about a goblin. A goblin that you think is called Betty. You're not sure who Betty is, but they all seem to like Betty, and that's the sort of general impression you get from their conversation. The rest of you, all you can hear.
What are they talking about, Keth?
Right. Let's see what we get on. I'll slip Jeff off my shoulder.
Into the
just
bog.
start slowly sinking.
Can I start making my way towards Derek to climb onto his shoulders?
No, get off.
Guys, how's it going?
Try Malrus. He scares me with his magic.
The goblins say to you, they say,
Who are you? What are you doing here? Ooh. Come get the boss. Okay, I'm off.
and you see one of them scampering away.
Oh, I want to grab him.
Okay, roll dexterity.
Who's got a lasso?
Got a stupid snake.
Oh my god, you're going to send...
No.
Yes. Release Billy
Your
the
roll.
snake.
It's not great. Got a 9.
Oh,
No, I got an 18. He gets away from you easily.
No, he was. I was just like trudging through,
And he scampers off.
What's happening, Keth? What did he say? What's happening? Ah, who's this new fella?
Don't worry. I tried to grab him. He got away. Let's see what happens.
Moments later, another goblin turns up. This one carrying a pitchfork, which is not a utensil used typically in cranberry farming.
Gaff, they think you're an ogre. I'm not a donkey. I just act like it.
That's not a utensil typically used in cranberry farming. At least not according to this leaflet.
I'll say good. I'll say that.
Have you taken a leaflet off one of the workers there?
Yeah, he's got one of these yellow books that says cranberry farming
I
for
got
dummies.
it from the bar. Yeah. Yeah, I think I got it from the
I
bar.
have to say that's not a utensil typically used for cranberry farming. What's that?
Well, howdy. What are y'all doing here on my patch?
Oh, you speak common, do you?
Sure do,
Did he say
fella.
in common or goblin?
This
Well,
one's
that makes
speaking
things
common.
easier.
Thank God.
Okay, cool.
I still don't know if I understand him.
Is Jeff still deaf, by the way?
No, I mopped, remember? I'm mopped with
Yeah.
a mop and bucket. I mop. I figured that
Mop,
cleared me.
mop.
All right.
Yeah.
In the Tortle's house is mopping the floors.
I'll say... I think I'll say... thank God. Look, we came here looking to invest, but nobody could tell us where the best cranberries were made, and we just happened upon part of your crop harvest. Apparently you've had a good yield this year, but we'd very much appreciate an official tour.
Sure have, but can't give you no tour.
Why not?
Too busy doing the farming at the moment.
Take us to your leader.
Do you own this farm?
Do I own this farm? Sure do. The name's Patience.
How long have you been here, Patience?
I've been here a good 25 years.
Have you always farmed
That's
cranberries?
quite a long time.
No. Used to work in the mines along with all the folks here, okay?
Why did you get into cranberries?
Patience.
It's a bit of a step.
Patience. Is there somewhere that we could go and get cleaned up after our, little accident falling in the bog, and that we might be able to have a private management
Well,
chat?
sure, fella. You see that big blue thing over there?
And she points towards the ocean.
Yeah. I see the ocean.
You can clean yourself up proper good in there.
It was a trap.
It was more about the. It was. I was more asking if there's somewhere sort of private we could talk. Look, we're unfortunately. The governor's told us that I'd like to make a deception check. The governor's told us we're going to do some downsizing. Can't talk about it in front of your workers.
There's got to be some sort of roll of deception here.
I'm going to tap my sheriff's badge. That I'm saying that I'm directly from the governor's office.
I don't believe
directly
you
from the governor's
said
office.
anything.
I was trying to.
I think you'll find all the deceiving has been done by young Derek.
Oh,
but beforehand, I did say that if I put it on, and I was like, if you guys want to like try and pretend that we're serious, I could be like the main boss guy. I've got the thingy for authority, but I'm bad at the talking. He's done the talking.
Yeah, he's not indicated you at all.
No, he didn't.
I rolled. What did I roll? Hold on. Sorry. Charisma +4 +2. That is a 20 for deception. As I point to Jeff's badge and go, look, it's official.
We're not having you back. I'll not have that.
Totally.
She's
fair.
only just not convinced by you, but well, fella, I'm not sure that you're telling me the whole truth there, and I'll tell you why I think that. You see, I haven't seen the governor in a good long while. That's his house up there on yonder hill, and, well, he's not been at it. So I don't know, but I suspect he's not been coming home. Unless he's got a secret way, of course.
He has.
Okay, Jeff, would you like to tell her the official business, the real reason why we're here?
Right. Since this clearly can't be done, first of all, like my lady, I would like to quite get out of this here bog. I don't particularly want to keep climbing on my compatriots. So, is there anywhere we can move whilst we're having this conversation? As you can see, you might have not fully believed my fellow compatriot here, but you can see from this very official-looking badge, and I gesture towards my sheriff's badge, that whilst you haven't seen the governor, we can't actually give you any details behind where his location has been because it's a top secret at this point. It's on a very need-to-know basis. And you will need...
I apologise for the lie, but we didn't know whether we could trust you or not.
That's why he's the minion and I'm in charge with the badge.
Sorry, sir. Didn't mean to butt in.
You were just doing your job. It's fine.
I salute him.
It's his first day.
Okay, roll deception then.
Oh, this isn't going well. Deception is 15 all in total.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my sheriff's badge. Well, what does that do? Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I've
What
got
does the rusty
15
sheriff's badge
as
do?
normal.
Rusty sheriff's badge.
I believe it's +3 on deception. No, +4 on deception. +4 on deception.
Good.
So I have 19.
Good. That's lovely.
That'll do the trick.
I'm pleased for you. Do you know? I'm honestly pleased.
Doesn't make any difference.
I'm super pleased for you. The problem that you're going to encounter is that I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, God.
Viewers, the
attempted to throw this
Dungeon
badge on the
Master
floor.
is extraordinarily smug. There is smug dripping off him.
Yeah, very.
He is full of smug.
Very
right
much
now.
so.
It's not the only thing dripping off me at the moment. And the reason I'm so smug is that for the last few games, I've had to deal with your shit.
Finally,
I finally win you.
You call recording an amazing podcast dealing with our shit.
Yes, I do.
Fair. That's entirely fair enough.
he fucking wins one.
So no, she doesn't believe you at all, and she said, "Well, fella, you're welcome to come over to the farmhouse with me and see my husband Henry. He should be in the kitchen right about now. I've got out some good old grub for you."
Oh, that would be nice. Yep. Sorry, sir. Permission to go and get said grub?
I think that would be acceptable. Please lead the way. Patience. But be swift, because mine is running thin.
So she leads you off towards the farmhouse, and as you're sort of approaching it, the bog sort of thins. And actually, having walked through most of the flooded parts of the cranberry farm, most of the mud from the bogs has sort of washed away from you. You're still soaking wet, but nowhere near as muddy. Three of you sort of soaking wet up to sort of your chest. Keth much more up to his knees.
Not quite plum depth. We're all right.
No, just below the plums.
Excellent.
As they
cold.
say. Yeah, and so you're
Careful
relatively
with your plums in cold water. They might mistake them for cranberries.
Can you all roll a perception check for me, please?
Ooh. 13.
9.
Okay.
19 all in.
20 all in.
20 all in.
Wow, there he is.
Okay, so Derek and Malrus, you spot out of the corner of your eye as you're walking up, you see one of the cranberry farming goblins reach down from his sort of paddle bike thing and scoop up a sort of shiny object out of the water and show it to one of his cranberry friends. And then you're heading into the farmhouse, and you see Patience shows you all to the kitchen, where another wizened goblin, you assume then is Henry, because he's in the kitchen and he's doing some cooking. And you can see many cranberries being used. So you've got cranberry sauce, you've got cranberry bread being baked. There's a cranberry pie just cooling on the windowsill. All things cranberry being baked and fried and pureed.
Fried.
Stewed and otherwise preserved.
Sauteed.
Battered.
I'd just like to, just as we enter, I'd just like to nudge Malrus and go like, did you see that, mate, out in the field?
Yes, that was a bit odd, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they might not be telling us the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And who knows, we've, so far been honest with them, so feel a bit disrespected.
Oh, entirely truthful.
Well, now our heroes have danced with fate and run from the guardians of the gate. They met a turtle with a mystical tea, who drew them a map so that they might see the way to their goal, or maybe their demise, or possibly just a cranberry surprise. Where do the answers lie, at the farm or the manor? Or will Derek need to whip out his banger? And will being surrounded by baked goods make our boys happier? Find out next time on Roll Britannia.